Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we're going to be ranking the League One home kits. Now you're probably also wondering why you're leaving the ranking kits so late on this season. I told you that in the last one. I wasn't very organised when I first started doing my YouTube stuff. Now I am. But yeah, you liked the ranking League 2 ones. It got over 1,000 views, so I thought why not do a League 1 edition. So yeah. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially subscribe. We're on 338 or 340 subscribers, 60 away from 500, and we're trying to hit 500 before June. So yeah, let's get into the video. So obviously there's only 23 kits to go through because obviously Bury was taken out of the EFL. So the worst home kit in League One, I've put Accrington Stanley. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of their kits anyway. They're normally quite plain and they don't really change them. It's always the same designs. Hasn't really changed much from when they were in League 2, and especially last season when I went to Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup. Second from bottom, I've put Tranmere Rovers. Now personally, I think it's quite plain compared to last year's one. When they were in our league, I was a big fan of the kit. Obviously they've changed their sponsors now, I think, so it's just kind of white and it's just got a little bit of blue there, but apart from that there's not really much blue on the shirt. It's just around the sleeves, so I think it's a little bit plain. 21st, I've put Bolton Albion. Now personally, I'm never normally a big fan of their kits. I find them quite, I don't really like bright yellow on a kit, but I normally find their kits normally the same styles. Their sponsor, I think, or the people that design their kits are called Tag. This season's kit is a lot better than last season's, but personally it's nowhere near as good as the others in the league. 20th, I've put Doncaster Rovers. Now personally, I've never really been a big fan of their kits. I've never really been like a big fan of the club either. But anyway, I just kind of think it's very, I'm going to say this again about quite a lot of them, very plain. I don't really like the red anyway on their kit. Don't really change much. They've always got hoops instead of like stripes. 19th, I've put AFC Wimbledon. For me, obviously they don't really change their home kits in my opinion. It's normally the blue or yellow or a mixture of both, obviously, because that's their sort of kit colour. But they could go for some white as well, like on the badge, obviously, in a bit of, so like take stuff from the badge and design it into a kind of better looking kit. But personally for me, it's just all one colour, there's barely any yellow. 18th, I've put MK Dons. Now I loved MK Dons', if that's a word, kind of kit from last season. I quite like that one, but this season they've gone for quite a plain kit. They've just gone for white with a few bits of gold on the kit. I feel like the sponsor, obviously Suzuki, I don't really like the red S on it. I feel like that they could have put it in like a gold colour maybe or something like that. That would have improved it for me. 17th, I put Bolton Wanderers. Now personally, I quite like their kit at the beginning of the season when they didn't have an actual, like, because obviously they were struggling at the beginning of the season, so Hummel had designed a kit for them to wear, and I quite like this kit. But obviously they've changed it, they've got a proper kit now, it's sponsored by Home Bargains, and for me that kit is nowhere near as nice as the Hummel one. I quite like the bits on the side and the pattern, but I think the Home Bargains logo brings it down for me. 16th, I put Rochdale. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of their home kit. I think their third kit's, or their away kit's, better than their home kit. Very much the same as last year's. I don't really like the colour of their sponsor on the front of their shirt. 15th, I've put Fleetwood Town. Now I quite like Fleetwood Town in terms of Hummel have designed it. Quite like Hummel kits. I like the arrows, like most of the kits that are made by Hummel, they always have some sort of arrows or something down the sides. I like that. The only thing that puts me off, quite frankly, is like the colour red. Like, I don't really like red coloured kits personally. So I think that definitely tiles it down for me. 14th, I've put Southend United. Now, I know most of you are going to be thinking, why have you put Scum so high up? But, you know. Anyway, I don't really like the club. The only thing I like about it is it's a Nike kit. Nike have done quite well with their kits, 4 teams this season. Obviously, the things I don't like about it are it's very plain, not a sponsor on there. 13th, I've put Ipswich Town. Now, personally, I don't really like their kit. I definitely prefer last season's kit to this season. Obviously, Adidas sponsor their kit, so I thought Adidas would go for something like they did last season, but I don't really like the Magical Vegas kind of the way it's been put on the shirt this time, and the arrows, like, I just don't really like the pattern on the kit. 12th, I've put Portsmouth. Now, personally for me, I quite like their colour blue on the kit. Obviously, Nike sponsor their kit. I think the sponsor goes quite well with it, but the only problem is the red bits here. I'm not really a big fan of those, to be honest. Just above the top 10, I've put Rotherham's kit. Personally, I quite like this kit. Obviously sponsored by Puma. I quite like the red, then the white, then the red. This one's not, I think it's kind of plain, but it's kind of not. I also think the sponsor on it works quite well. 10th, I've put Sunderland. Now, personally, I've always kind of liked Sunderland's kits. I think, obviously, Adidas sponsor it. I think what's put it so high up for me is the fact that I quite like the clubs this season that have got the sponsors for Children with Cancer UK, like Charlton's kit. I really rate that, like, personally. It's for a good cause, you know, trying to spread awareness as much as possible. So I think that's definitely put it higher up for me. Quite like the pattern of the kit, quite like the stripes, decent kit. 9th, I've put Coventry City. Now, obviously at the beginning of the season, they faced before the beginning of the season, they faced quite a lot of kind of trouble with their stadium. But personally, I quite like the kit. There's like a dark shade of blue, light shade of blue, kind of checkered type thing. I quite like that. There's also patterns in that sort of kind of thing. 8th, I've put Wickham. Now, I quite like Wickham's kit. The only problems, actually we'll start with the positives. I quite like the swan, like, as well. So the checkered, but then the swan's different colours depending on where it is on the kit. O'Neill's sponsor the kit. I rate O'Neill's actually. Quite like what they do with Wickham's kits. The only things that I don't really like are they kind of keep it the same a little bit each season. And the cherry red records, I think it's kind of, I don't really like the colour, it kind of clashes with the kit a little bit. 7th, I've put Blackpool. Now, I really like Blackpool's kit. Area sponsor it. Compared to some of the kits Area made in League 2, I quite like what they've done with this one. I quite like Blackpool's orange kit anyway, with the white bits on, and they've also got the Visit Blackpool sponsor, so it's personal to the club. 6th, I've put Lincoln City. Now, personally, I quite like the kit. Again, Area's made it. They've definitely done a better job in League 1 than League 2 kit-wise. I quite like the pattern. It's very bold. I quite like the sponsor colour as well, but I don't know if it kind of works. And into top 5 now, I have put Oxford United's kit. Now, I'm a big fan of this kit. Very colourful, very bright, but obviously sponsored by Puma. I also think that they're kind of, or made by Puma, sorry. Their sponsor is Singer or Shinger, however you say it. I think that goes quite well. I also like the kind of diagonal line there. It's very nice. In 4th, I've put Gillingham. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of this one. Macron have produced this kit. I quite like the stripes all the way down. I like their training wear as well. The sponsor works quite well because it's white, so it's very kind of matchy. 3rd, I have put Bristol Rovers. Now, this is a pen kit. I am being truly honest with you. I'd probably buy that kit as well. I quite like the white and the blue kind of checkered things. Matches with the badge as well, because obviously that's, yeah. I also love the utilita. It's been split into blue and white. All round nice kit, I love it. Well done, Macron. So the second best kit in the league for League One, I've put Shrewsbury Town. Now, I'm a big fan of Shrewsbury anyway. I love their kit this season. I love last year's as well. I'd go out and buy this kit, quite frankly. The top 3 in this league, I'd go out and buy. Like, they are just generally nice. I like the yellow and the blue, it's very bold. Admiral are they've done a really good job on this, not gonna lie. And I love the Toughin sponsor as well. So personally, the best kit in League One for me is Peterborough United. Now this is a nice kit. I love the Mick George sponsor. It's very plain, but it's also got quite a lot of things about it that I like because it's plain. Obviously Nike have designed it, class kit, love it. Attracts quite a lot. Like I said, I'd buy that kit any day. That is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And if you're new, please, 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 can you subscribe and share with your friends and family. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.